Hello everyone, welcome to another video on the CompTIA A Plus exam question series. This is video 4 of this series. So let's get started. So the first question of today's session is that which of the following protocols runs on TCP port 445? And the options are HTTPS, SMB/CIFS, IMAP and H.323. And the correct answer is SMB/CIFS. The next question is that a network technician uses Remote Desktop Protocol or RDP client on their Windows OS to remotely troubleshoot a problem on another Windows machine. Which of the following ports needs to be opened for the built-in Windows RDP server to allow this type of network connection? The options are TCP port 1720, TCP port 636, TCP port 3389 and TCP port 445. And the correct answer is TCP port 3389. So the RDP protocol uses TCP port 3389. Next question is that the transmission control protocol TCP is a connection-oriented protocol using a three-way handshake, which is a set of initial steps required to establish network connection. TCP supports retransmission of lost packets, flow control, managing the amount of data that is being sent, and sequencing, rearranging packets that arrived out of order. So this is in effect the definition of TCP, and if you knew this definition, so you must know the answer, and the correct answer is true. So yes, this is the exact definition of TCP. The next question is, it is about the another layer 4 protocol, UDP. So UDP is, you can say, the flip side or the sister protocol of TCP. Question is that the user datagram protocol or UDP is an example of a connectionless protocol. Because UDP does not support a three-way handshake while establishing a network connection, it is referred to as an unreliable or best effort protocol. So again, this is the exact definition of UDP. So our answer in this in these two options is true. The next question is that the examples of connectionless protocols include. We have to select two options. The options are TCP, DHCP, SSH, TFTP and HTTPS. So if we look at the options, so we cannot select TCP because it is a connection oriented protocol. DHCP may be SSH. SSH, as we have studied in previous video, it is used for remote management of network devices. So again, this is a connection oriented protocol. TFTP, yes, it may be, and the last option is HTTPS. So HTTPS is used for the web browser. It is used in the web browser for displaying the web pages. So again, it is a connection oriented protocol. So our correct options are DHCP and yes, TFTP. And the next question is that which of the following answers refer to a connection oriented protocol? So this question is related to the previous question, and the options are DHCP, SSH, TFTP, UDP and HTTPS. So you have already correctly guessed the correct answer, and the correct answers are SSH and HTTPS. Question number 7 is that which of the following answers listed below refer to common applications that make use of TCP, and we have to select three options. The options are online gaming, video conferencing, file transfer, voice over IP, email communication, web browsing and live streaming. And the correct answers are file transfer, email communication and web browser. So you need to keep one thing in mind, that the audio and the video application, they always use UDP. So whenever you see video transmission such as live streaming or video conferencing or voice communication, then you must know that UDP is used to transmit audio or video. Again, in online gaming, we don't need a connection oriented platform, since we can tolerate a loss of packet or 2 packets in the way. While in file transfer, in email communication, and in web browsing, we cannot tolerate even a single packet loss, because our whole information will be corrupted. So the question number 8 is that which of the following answers refer to common applications of UDP? And the options are file transfer, email communication, web browsing, video conferencing, live streaming, online gaming, and voice over IP. So you must already know the answer, that whenever there is a video or audio transmission or streaming, then UDP is used in this protocol. So the correct answer is yes, video conferencing, live streaming, online gaming, and voice over IP. So these all protocols, they use connectionless UDP. While these are connection oriented transmission, so in this case we need TCP protocol. And these both protocol are layer 4 protocol. We can say that these are layer 4 protocol are. So the next question is that a device designed to filter and transfer packets between dissimilar types of networks is called, and the options are hub, load balancer, router, and switch. So this question means that any device that is used to transmit packets between 2 dissimilar networks. By dissimilar networks means that let's suppose we have a network here, its IP address is, let's suppose, 192.168.1.2, let's suppose it's /24, and here we have 192.168 and let's suppose 5.0/24. So these are 2 different networks. So which device is used to transmit packets between 2 different devices? And the correct answer is router. So the switch can be used to transmit packets between the same network, between devices of same network. Load balancer is used to load balance traffic between different devices, and a hub is a layer 1 device. It does not do any type of routing. It simply accepts packets and then retransmits it. Question number 10 is that which of the answers listed below refers to a data link layer device designed to forward frames between network segments? So the options are hub, switch, firewall, and router, and the correct answer is switch. So the data link layer, it is also known as layer 2. So the switch is a layer 2 device, router we can say it is a layer 3 device, hub is a layer 1 device, while the firewall, it is above layer 3. It is also layer 3, but it also support layer 4. It also sometimes support up to layer 7 or the application layer. So the correct answer is that a switch is used to transfer the frames between network segments on data link layer or layer 2. Question number 11 is that a type of layer 2 network switch with configuration features that can be modified through a user interface is known as virtual switch, multi-layer switch, PoE switch, and managed switch. And the correct answer is managed switch. Managed switch means that we can manage it or we can configure it through a dedicated user interface. That user interface may be in the form of a browser. It means that it is a web interface, or this can also be in the form of command line interface such as SSH or Telnet. So a network device that can be managed or configured through a user interface, that is known as a managed switch. Question number 12 is that an infrastructure device designed for connecting wireless wired client devices to a network is commonly referred to as, the options are captive portal, access point, intermediate distribution frame, and active hub, and the correct answer is the access point. So we have seen and we know that we have access points, the wireless routers that are installed in our home. So that is used for connecting the wireless or also the wired client. This device also has network ports, so you can connect a wired device such as a PC, or you can also connect, let's suppose, a smartphone through a wireless interface. So the question number 13 is that which of the following answers refer to a software or hardware that monitors network traffic and depending on the configuration setting applied to each data packet either blocks it or allows it to pass through. The options are HIDS. HIDS stands for Host-Based Intrusion Detection System, Firewall Packet Filter, or Vulnerability Scanner. And the correct option is firewall. It is used to monitor network traffic, and also it has different policies based on which it can allow or block certain type of traffic or packets. Question number 14 is that a simple device consisting of multiple connector blocks and ports used for cable management is known as. Options are media converter, DEMARC, main distribution frame, and patch panel. And the correct answer is patch panel. So the patch panel is used for cable management or port management. This is a picture of a typical patch management. Here the cable are punched from the back side of the patch panel, while on the front side we can then connect patch cards or Ethernet cable to connect it to a switch or to any other device. So this is the back side of a patch panel and this is its front side. Question number 15 is that a solution that allows to supply electricity over standard Ethernet cables is known as. We have to select two options. The options are IEEE 802.3 AB, PoE or Power over Ethernet, Metro Ethernet, IEEE 802.3 AF, and PSTN. And the correct options are PoE and IEEE 802.3 AF. So PoE is used to provide data as well as electricity to certain devices, such as if we have let's suppose a camera and a CCTV camera, we can connect the Ethernet cable of CCTV cameras to this PoE cable, and then another Ethernet cable to a network device. So this PoE is used to power as well as transmit data through this port. So again, the PoE is used for power over Ethernet. It means that over Ethernet cable, this is an Ethernet cable, this is also Ethernet cable, we can transmit data as well as power, and this can be used to power devices, network enabled devices such as IP cameras and other such devices. Question number 16 is that which of the following answers refer to a dedicated device designed for supplying power over Ethernet cabling? And the options are inverter, tap, media converter, and injector. And the correct answer is injector. So this is a PoE injector. This is used to supply power over Ethernet cable. This is in this diagram is self-explanatory. So we have this injector. The cable from the camera or any device that require power over Ethernet is connected to one port, and through another port this is connected to a switch or to a computer. And again, this injector needs an external power supply. So this we don't need to give power supply to this device. The power over Ethernet through this device is used to supply both the power and data to this device. Question number 17 is which IEEE standard implements PoE plus? The options are 802.1d, 802.3at, 802.1x, and 802.3ab, and the correct answer is 802.3at. So these are typical standards of POE. The simple POE is 802.3af, and POE plus is 802.3at, and then POE plus plus is 802.3bt type 3, and again 802.3bt type 4, it is for POE plus plus type 4, and again these all have different power rating. Question number 18 is that the IEEE 802.3 BT standard implements. Again, we have to select the option, and we already studied this in the last slide. And the correct options are POE plus plus and 4 PPOE. Question number 19 is that the disadvantage from using this device result from the fact that any incoming signal or any of its ports is recreated and sent out on any connected ports, which has a negative impact on network performance. So the options are router, switch, bridge, and hub, and the correct answer is hub. So a hub is a typical device. It has multiple ports, and its disadvantage is that any packets that is received on any port, it is transmitted through all other ports. This creates a lot of collisions and a lot of traffic in the networks, and it has a negative performance on overall networks. Question number 20 is that a network segment utilizing only this type of device is the most prone to network performance degradation due to large number of network collision, and the options are bridge, hub, switch, router. As we studied in last question, the answer is the hub. So again, as we already studied, the hub has a negative performance impact on overall network due to large number of packet generation. Question number 21 is that which of the following answer refers to the characteristic features of cable modems? We have to select three options, and the options are cabling that carries TV signals, telephone lines, coaxial cabling, shared bandwidth, twisted pair copper cabling, and dedicated bandwidth. And the correct options are cabling that carries TV signals, coaxial cabling, and shared bandwidth. Question number 22 is which of the following answers listed below apply to DSL modem? And again we have to select three answers. The options are dedicated bandwidth, cabling that carries TV signals, shared bandwidth, twisted pair copper cabling, telephone lines, and coaxial cabling. And the correct answers are dedicated bandwidth, twisted pair copper cabling, and telephone lines. Question number 23 is which type of fiber optic equipment can be found at a DEMARC? And the options are MDI, IDF, ONT, and MDF. DEMARC is the demarcation point. It shows where the ISP network terminates and the customer premises in the customer premises and the customer cabling starts. So the correct answer is ONT, and this is a typical ONT. ONT stands for optic network terminal. This is optical fiber cable. It is terminated on this ONT, and from here onward an Ethernet cable then goes to the customer network to power its devices and to connect with other network devices such as computer, PC, or another Wi-Fi router. So the question number 24 is which of the following answer refers to a computer's hardware component desired for enabling network access? And the options are CPU, PSU, NIC, and GPU. And the correct answer is NIC, or network interface cards. So we have seen this card at the back of the PC. This is used to enable network access on that PC. The last question of today's session is that which of the following answer listed below refers to a technology designed to simplify network infrastructure management? And the options are SAN, SDN, SSP, SEH, and the correct answer is SDN, or software defined networking. So that's all for today. I hope you have learned something from this session. If you haven't subscribed till yet, so please subscribe and stay tuned for the upcoming videos in this series. Thank you all.